I can't even. What's an improv game? I'm trying to think of one.
Oh, I know some.
Got some zip zaps up.
Please tell me what Zip Zap Zop is.
Tell me what Zip Zap Zop is.
I think that you have to go zip zap zop to people, and then you do what you do. I think you do different like poses, is what I thought. I've never done improv. I don't know. You go zip zap.
Okay. I thought you went to somebody like zip zap zap. I thought you did something like a whole thing.
You hit somebody with the zip, and then I think they hit somebody with the zap. And they hit somebody with the zap, and then they hit the zap.
It's the change express. Like somebody's supposed to get a real somber zap.
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Zap. That was me telling you your dad died.
I think it's something like that. I don't know. Improv.
Zap?
Yeah, there was one improv game. So years ago, I wasn't trying to get into improv. I got asked to do a show that was a whole improv troupe, and then what they did is they took one stand up, and then they were just thrown into the mix of improv with no training or idea of what was going on. And I went and I showed up, and it was one of the first times I'm pretty good with meeting new people and being socially liquid and talking. And it was one of the first times in my life where I was like, I'm a nerd right now. I'm like the odd man out, and I feel really weird and dumb. And one of the games they played where they would first pass around a fake ball.
Of course.
And everyone had to catch the fake ball.
Of course.
And then
you hit him with oh.
Dude, there was one time. So the one guy, he threw it, and I was like, I was running away. I was like, and they were like, no, you have to be in the circle. And I was like, I thought
this was fun.
Wait a minute, I thought we were playing around here. I thought this was fun time.
This was a game.
No. And then what they did is they would take the fake ball, and they'd say a letter into it, and then they'd pass it to you. And then with the first letter, you have to say, I can't remember if it was an action or a place or now anything, but then you had to work with it, what that was. And then you take the letter. So if you said aardvark, I'd be like a long nose or Arthur or some crap. And then I'd be like, B, and they'd be like the blue or blues. So then you'd be like a sad Arthur. And then they would take that. It was just dude, it got to me, and I was just like, oh, I'm like, and you're doing this because you don't know how to hold a fake ball. You're just you're holding it in, and you have no idea what to do. And then it was so crazy that this one guy, he kept giving me side eye because I kept kind of making fun of what was going on. Not taking it serious because it's improv.
It's improv.
I thought the whole point was not.
I thought you have fun. Yeah.
Also, if they're throwing a comic in the mix of that, you'd think that that's your role, is to be the guy who's gonna not take it.
No. They wanted you to respect their fucking
craft, be like,
craft,
see how
dude.
fucking hard it is, dude. See how hard it is?
Dude. It was like an ultimate flex. They were like, you think you could do this?
See how hard
it is? You think you could fucking do this? And it's like, damn, dude, I guess I
can't do it.
And honestly, I took my ball and I went home.
Sorry,
I guess
you put it in a fake suitcase.
Oh man, that's how you ruin the show. You take the ball, you go, I guess I'll just go.
Dude, I should have taken it and popped it.
Should have taken it and punted it.
That was
Is this a severed head? Ew.
It was very unnerving, and it sucked because there was 8 of them.
Yeah,
and me, and I'm like,
there's a lot of guys on an improv team.
I'm out of control here. I have no way to pull this because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who any of these people are. The first time I ever met them too.
Yeah.
So it was not just I've seen you around. It was
not fair at all.
It was kind of wild. And what was crazy is that they had pitched this idea to me, and they had Michael S. Watkins had done it a year prior. And I was like, if Swatkins did it, I'm pretty sure I can do it. But if you know who Michael is, you know that he's very animated and he's very into he could easily seamlessly go into that world. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking going into that. I was just so confident and stupid thing there's no problem, dude.
They also have different things that they each team does a different type of improv where it's like they like this.
What?
Yeah, like the stories that they have like different names where like the stories like go in certain directions and then it all wraps and they do like different things where it's like different pieces and things like go like things start backwards like Memento. It's really there's like different things, and if they don't tell you that, you have no idea.
Yeah, that just sounds like watching like literally crazy people on stage.
No, truly. To the audience, it's kind of just like, oh, this is just like a random show, but to them, it makes so much sense.
That's kind of like I never really. I've been also being in stand up as long as I have, and kind of dabbling in vagina in different runs around. Like I messed around with some improv chicks, and there's nothing wrong with women who do improv. There's nothing wrong with men who do it. But if you start messing around with them, eventually I'm like, hey, do you want to come to like one of my shows? And you're like, fuck. And I've gone. And
I've gone to quite a many.
I know.
I went to one. I went to one that Noah was on. How was it?
How was it?
I really
Scale of 1 to 10.
I really liked Noah on it. I thought Noah was really good.
Oh no, it was a show. I wasn't doing improv.
It was a showcase.
It was a variety show, and I did. I did a character on it.
What character did you do?
I did this guy who was an alcoholic fake artist trying to rip off people. And then I started like freaking out and like divulging and being like, let me level with you guys. I don't know how to draw. And then I started talking about how my mom was like an owl and I'm part bird. And I started doing bird noises. And then I ended it with pulling a fake gun out of my jacket.
Did you blow your brains out? Yeah, of course you do. That's how you do it.
You threw ketchup at people.
Yeah, I had to catch it. No, that was different. What? The ketchup packet was at Live Anthony.
Oh, right.
That's what I did it. And the next in line, open mic Durag took it over, and they were doing like a live show, but they didn't tell the open micers. So like 50 open micers showed up, and they were like, "Are we doing it at the open mic?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "No." But then I guess they did like a Kill Tony-esque thing where they made all the open micers go up and they judged them.
Gotcha.
Naeem made me go up. I did classic bit. I filled my pockets with ketchup, packets of ketchup, and then I walked up and I pretended I threw myself on the stage on the ground.
Oh yeah,
and I started throwing ketchup out of my pocket, going fuck.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I'm a killer,
I did it wasn't it was like a variety show, much like that, and I don't think they were. I had to play somebody's not abusive father, but like neglectful dad who like, didn't like anything they did. And then I had to come out like apparently I catch him smoking weed and I give him the business.
Of course.
And then they're like, yeah, you got to come up like they gave me the reins to do it. So they're just like, come up with something where how like, you find your kids smoking and you make them smoke a whole carton of cigarettes. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do every drug on stage in succession and then die.
Sick.
So I showed up and I was like, oh, you think it's fun smoking your ganji weed with your dank nugs? And I hit like a huge bong I had made. And then I chugged an entire bottle of wild turkey.
Sick.
Then I snorted. I had like fake cocaine and I shoved my face in it. And unfortunately, I had tried to make it look like real blow, so I put confectioner's sugar and a little bit of baking powder in it.
Oh no!
And I was so like in the moment of doing it, I had swallowed some. Dude, and at one point,
like foaming at the mouth.
I was like,
it looks like the cinnamon challenge.
Dude, I was like dying, but I'm like trying to power forward. I'm like, oh, fine. Oh my
God, that's
like
great.
it? Yeah, this is cool. So then I took off my belt. This is where I was like, you know what? I'm going to go full method. And I took off my belt and I started tapping my vein and I pulled out this syringe I had made. It looked pretty fucking good. And I pulled out a lighter and a spoon. and this is at the Plays and Players Theater.
Yeah.
So like everybody in the crowd is like, they know it's a comedy, but they're like, what is going on? And I'm sitting cross-legged on the floor, just boiling brown sugar and like waiting for it to boil. So then I pull the syringe back and I stand up and I slam it into my vein and I'm like, yeah. And I start like kind of dipping out and then I'm standing there and then I, for real, in khaki pants, piss my pants all the way down.
Whoa.
That's great.
That's nuts.
Why are you doing this?
I fell backwards onto a table, which I thought the table, like I'd set it up, but I didn't. I had been moving around. I was supposed to fall through like the middle of the table and have it like, break like a like, you know, a wrestling table like in the middle, but I hit the end and the whole table flipped up and shot the bong water and everything all over the place. So then they like, it goes to a blackout, they cut the lights out and like everyone's resetting up and I go in the back and everyone in the back's like, dude, that was pretty fucking wild. And I remember Christian Alicis is like talking to me and he's like, tell me you didn't. And I was like, what, man? He's like, tell me you didn't really piss your pants, dude. Dude, I also, before I did this, was drinking like just Genesee cream ale and a bunch of other crap. My piss smelled so bad. And I'm walking in the back, like where the dressing room is, and it's like leaving a trail everywhere.
That's so sick.
And all of these improv girls are like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to be true to the craft. And they're like, that's not improv.
If I was there, I would have loved that. I would have been like, that's the best show I've ever seen. Yeah, that's amazing.
I thought,
I'd be like, this guy's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to gain me major points in the improv babe world. And really, all I did do was just stand around in piss-covered khakis for about an hour.
The rest of the show.
Dude, I also
You didn't bring a change?
How long did you stay there for?
For like, I tried to stay the whole time. I was like, I was going into the bathroom trying to dry my legs. And you
have any napkins?
You know the bathrooms at Plays and Players. It's like an open unisex bathroom.
It's a unisex.
Dude, I'm in the stall with my piss-covered khakis down around my ankles, and all you would hear people walking in, and then like, oh, and then walking out.
Ladies, you've been here before. We all do improv.
I was like, come on,
you know
girls.
improv.
You know what it's like. Holy shit, this is the Ad Podcast with Ryan Shaner. I'm joined by Dillon Smith and Noah. Where can they check you out, gentlemen? Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having us. At Two Head Dog on Instagram, Two Headed Dog Comedy on Patreon, Two Head Dog Comedy on Instagram. YouTube is at Two Head Dog as well.
Yeah. Although if you're going on YouTube, just look up Noah's Paints. It's just, if you look up Two-Headed Dog, it's just Soviet experiments on dogs.
Our SEO is so fucked up. It's so bad.
That
It's
is
so
pretty
terrible.
crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
We thought when we came up with it, we were like, that's pretty original.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody named anything Two-Headed Dog. We're fine.
I had the same problem because the original name for this podcast was The Final Solution. And Jesus Christ. Don't Google that.
You really
can't.
You're not going to get anything. Nothing good, dude.
So just look up Noah's Paints. It's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, and then you can find all the other stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
How you guys feeling? You guys look great. I haven't seen you in a little bit.
I know, it's been a while.
Last time we saw you was when you did our show.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Check out that
yeah.
episode. It's so good.
Yeah. What did you guys end up doing with that fucking...
In his fucking storage.
It's in my storage, in my basement, in my apartment.
Phenomenal. I was hoping it would be in your living room where
where the
improv is taking place. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll, in the middle of class, their practice,
working on it.
I'll just bring it up and I'll put it on the table and I'll be like, can I just leave this here?
So wait, you live in a one-bedroom apartment?
One bedroom apartment.
And you're having 4 people over into your living room to practice the art of improvisation.
They're doing the craft, yeah.
Man, have you met these people before?
Yeah, I've met them. I've met them a few times.
Would you say that their improvisational skills are good?
I think they're fine.
He can't say it's his girlfriend's improv. Wait, you just said fine?
They're fine.
That's crazy.
They're pretty good.
Now look, I can't speak to what good improv is. I've only seen okay improv.
I've seen some pretty good improv, I think.
Really?
I think. Not like amazing. Not that I would never search them out again, but I saw the show and I went, pretty good.
Did I see them?
You saw Hot Dog with Mustard, yeah.
I liked it.
Hot dog.
I liked Hot Dog with Mustard.
Hot Dog with Mustard is pretty good. She's in another team that is much worse.
Whoa, what's that one
with
called?
More people. Schmoody.
Schmoody.
She didn't get to name it. It was an old team that she became a part of.
Oh, she joined Schmoody?
She joined Schmoody.
Who joined Schmoody?
And that's a big get in the community, Shaner. That's a big get. There were celebrations all over the place that day. But that's full of just like, oh my God, like fucking like 37-year-olds just really trying their hardest.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lady on the team who has a rich British husband, but she's just a fucking mess of a woman. And she was on Name That Tune this past season of Name That Tune.
Name That Tune. Now, that's the one with Wayne Brady, right?
No, now it's now it's Jane Krakowski and Randy Jackson.
It would be too perfect if it was Wayne Brady.
It needed to be Wayne Brady.
Why would it be Wayne Brady?
Pansexual Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
That's so funny that he came out as pansexual.
He's pan.
Yeah.
He came out as pan. Wayne Brady.
That was a tough look for the culture, dude. The culture did not like that.
Talk about nothing that ever needed to happen.
No, everyone's just kind of like,
Ever.
all right, dude.
He's just like, I'm throwing my hat.
Yeah,
in.
everyone's
I'm
like,
pan. Also, picking the easiest sexuality.
I know.
It's
Said,
ridiculous.
I like everything.
Yeah.
Everybody thought he was the first black improviser, and everybody thought he was the only not gay improviser.
Yeah.
And then the whole black
And then
community got
just-
tossed.
Man, how bad. I bet they took down pictures of Wayne Brady in their house.
I know I did.
You know, it's just- I'll say a little prayer for you. Kicked it right out the fucking window. That's got to be hard when you find out that your favorite improver, your favorite cast member of Whose Line Is It?
If Colin Mockery comes out as gay,
I know.
I'm flipping a fucking table,
If I
dude.
find out Greg Proops, if I find out the Proops man,
I love Proops.
if Proops is pan, I'm gonna lose my mind, dude.
Proops is pan.
I can't have panty Proops in my house. Dude. I can't have the pan Proops in my house.
We already got Pan Brady. That's
Dude.
not good.
Also, Proops is such a great
Proops is
last
man.
name.
It's so good. He could only do improv.
Yeah, no, there's nothing
He
else
can't do
could
anything else.
Because he can be like a cop, Officer
Officer
Proops,
Proops, Mr. Proops. He's your 9th grade science teacher.
Judge Proops.
Judge Proops presiding.
All rise for Judge Proops. You wouldn't take that seriously at all.
Oh my God, he's sentencing people to 6 months of
Yeah,
improv.
What if you got sentenced to death by Judge Proops?
Oh no!
Oh. And he sentences you to the gas chamber.
The honorable
Proops.
The
Come
honorable
on.
Proops.
The honorable Proops. Dr. Proops.
Dr. Proops.
I'm not getting anything done by Dr. Proops.
No, not at all. He had a dream, you know.
You know? I think it's like if your last name is Proops and you're gonna be a doctor, you gotta be a proctologist.
Oh,
you gotta
100%.
you have to go into it.
You'd be the biggest proctologist in the country, I think.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like my poop doctor is Proops. I need Proops to check out my butt.
Let me look in your prooper. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We have fun
sorry.
here.
Yes, and
Yes, and I used to do improv a little bit.
what am I hearing inside of your body? What's wrong with your colon? I'm hearing.
Hello.
I'm hearing convenience store in Peru inside. That's what I just heard over there.
It's just what I heard.
Man, yeah, I think I've never had a doctor. It's funny. I did have a doctor whose name his name was Dr. Stitch,
Ooh.
but it was spelled different. It was like Skitch or something, but he pronounced it Stitch, which was pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
neat.
I just would like, it would be great. What's the coolest last name you've ever heard in your life?
Oh, I knew a kid. His full name. I'll put his full name out there. His name is River Montana Shank.
Whoa.
That's the coolest name I've ever
That is
heard.
the coolest name of a mentally challenged child molester.
He had some problems.
River Montana Shank.
That sounds
River
like
Montana
if,
Shank. He could play the guitar behind his head.
Oh, that's
He's
whoa,
the
all right, all right,
coolest
all right.
guy ever.
That
I
sounds
take that back. Sorry, River.
That
dude.
sounds like that's Drew Montana's like next form.
River
Yeah,
Montana.
River Montana.
That's a fully formed Montana.
Man.
Yeah, he was the man. I really liked him.
Yeah, well, you can't have a name like River Montana Shank
Shank.
without being cool. Like you have to work at it too.
Yeah.
I know a family, last name Thrasher.
Thrasher's great, yeah.
Oh, Thrasher's sick.
You like to see it.
That's pretty sick. I went on 1 or 2 dates. Never sealed the deal.
Of course.
She's still pure in the eyes of improv. But in the eyes of Proops.
In the eyes of Proops, she is pure.
She's pure. But her last name was Bloodstone.
Whoa.
And I remember thinking that was one of the cool, like just Bloodstone.
Yeah.
And I remember joking. I was like, oh man, like if things work out, we ever get married, I'm going to drop my name.
Yeah, I got to become Ryan Bloodstone.
Bloodstone? Get out of here.
Ryan Bloodstone's
Her
so
dad's
sick.
name? Chase Bloodstone.
What the hell?
And I was like, dude, is he a fucking secret agent?
Is he a Green Beret?
Come on,
Like-
Chase Bloodstone?
It's like send him to Vietnam. The war would have been over like that.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I know anybody who had like a great name, but I remember the most unfortunate name I heard was Pat Stankowitz.
Stankowitz.
Yeah, I went to high school, and everyone we called him Stank.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Stankowitz.
Stanky.
That must have been a pretty good fart mitzvah.
My dentist's last name is Slutsky.
Slutsy's good.
Slutsy's good.
My guy, and again, I can't speak to it because I had never met this person, but it's a guy I used to work with named Rocco. He had been taking a few like musical classes outside. Where the fuck was it? In Delaware Community College, something like that. And he said one of his professors was Martin Fangboner.
Whoa.
Fangboner.
Fang boner.
Fangboner.
Whoa.
And apparently this older man was very aware of the goofs that come along with
I mean,
that.
of course, of course.
But apparently he's like, all right, my name is Martin Fangboner. I'm going to ask you all right now to get out as many laughs as you can about my ridiculous last name.
I would be howling.
Yeah, dude, Fangboner?
Fang boner.
Fang boner.
Dude, Fangboner is awesome.
Fang boner's like an 80s horror movie. Like, that's a slasher. Like
Actually, also pretty good improv troupe.
yeah.
Fang, the Fangboners.
It's like people are being out there. Their team's named Schmoody. You could be Fang boner.
Fangboner, come
That's
on.
that's the prequel to. You ever see the movie Teeth?
Oh yeah. Or that's the sequel, Fangboner.
Fang boner.
Dude, if you had little teeth in your urethra, your terethra, that would be fucking.
It sucks for a guy because
Rings?
girls have like a mouth down there, but guys, it would just be like you have just one tooth sticking out. It kind of
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really
You
this
look
way.
at
That's straight
jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, it's straight to DVD.
It would be
That one.
weird if, like, also, with the movie Teeth, which is a great movie. I
Yeah.
thought it was a very inventive and very fun
It's
movie.
very fun.
And it's also one of the things that just shows you women are trash. It's devils. Devils with
They got
their
teeth in their pussy.
Teeth in their pussy. But I think it would have been funny if, like, in the movie Teeth, all the teeth were like fangs.
Yeah.
They were like, vicious.
Yeah.
But if they were just like square, goofy, like just like off-centered, like, teeth.
They're herbivores.
If you had to get braces in your fucking pussy, that would be great. And if they had a follow-up to that movie, it'd be called Orthodontics.
Oh, nice.
Pussy braces is pretty good.
Pussy braces
Also,
is good.
improv. Pussy braces.
Pussy braces.
starring Proops as the gynecologist.
Oh, dude, if Greg Proops started like hunting for improv groups, just knowing that like he probably is Greg Proops. He's not gay, is he?
No, I think he's
just
gay
dre-
showing.
He's
I
like
think
he's gay,
Gay
presenting.
presenting.
yeah, he presents it.
He's like he always dresses like Elvis Costello
Yeah.
is gay. Like if Elvis Costello was gay, that's what Greg Proops looks like.
Oh, Greg Proops.
But knowing that at one point in time, Proops was dropping the hammer on bitches after like Whose Line Is It
after
Anyway?
Whose Line?
Oh my God.
The show ends. He just points to a lady in the
Dude.
crowd.
You
Just wiping his head. He's like, get back to the Proop Dome.
To the Proop mobile.
I hope you're ready to get Prooped on. Oh my God. How do you guys feel about Tony Hitchcliff at the
what happened?
Oh, you don't know?
What happened to him?
I saw
Oh
the
my
one clip.
God.
What's he doing?
It's kind of everyone's bitching. Everyone's bitching about Tony Hinchcliffe at Donald Trump's rally in Madison Square Garden. I think it was last night. He made some off-collar jokes.
Yeah.
But they were jokes nonetheless.
Of course.
Unfortunately, when you put a comedian into a so here's the thing. I don't think people who live, breathe, die, bleed politics have any idea of what a joke is.
Yeah.
I think their world is so revolved around what policy is or politics are that, like, if you were to make a joke, they'd be like, wow, I don't know how to process
now?
it.
What is that?
I don't know what to do. And for the longest time, I was, under the ideology that, politics and comedy is like oil and water. Like, it doesn't mix.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you can do it, there are political comics, but then when you go on a grand stage like that at Madison Square Garden with a bunch of people who are borderline fanatical for a president,
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's not just saying about Donald Trump. That's like if you did it at like, with Kamala Harris. These are people who are
100%,
fanatical
either way
for a president. When you do it for fanatics, it's not oil and water anymore. It's bleach and ammonia. It just becomes a volatile, weird thing that these retards can't figure out.
Where was he? What kind of jokes was he making?
Well, the one that's making the rounds, that is all over the place. And again, it was not received very well. And that was the thing too, is like he was making, pretty offensive joke. Pretty offensive. Pretty
course.
Offensive. But
he roasts.
Exactly. But that's the other thing too, is this was a crowd who had no idea. They don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, it's a dude.
Yeah.
Who is, kind of goofy. They don't know anything about Kill Tony. They don't know anything about Hinchcliffe in general. But he made
Those little gay race car drivers.
Yeah, they don't know about him
like what's he doing
at all.
Gay race car.
What does he have to say?
What's this jockey doing up there? They didn't know.
Dressed like a little cowboy.
They don't know anything about him, but he did make a joke about. He said something about. Did you guys know there's a floating island of garbage out in the ocean right now? It's a huge island of garbage. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Nice.
And everybody was just like, "Ooh,
what?" That's a funny joke.
It is, but it's one of those things that you have to understand. This lampooning of an idea of overt racism.
Of course.
When you do that, when you're making jokes too hard in the paint, it's like, hey, don't make jokes about that. I'm sensitive about that. It's like, oh, so you're sensitive.
You're just a sensitive guy
about being a fruitcake, and you like, oh man, I don't like, don't say that. It's like, come on.
It was a Trump rally though, right?
Definitely was.
Do you think it would have went better if he said Haiti?
Yeah,
probably.
For sure.
Without a doubt.
That's what I thought Chandler was going to say.
No. It's definitely, he said Puerto Rico, and then what happened was members of the Latin American community started getting very heated.
Of course.
You don't talk about the PR.
No, not at all.
My
Boricua brothers and sisters. Are you kidding me?
You can't do that.
We're proud people.
Come on, Big Pun didn't die for nothing. What would Big Pun say?
I bet Big Pun would have laughed his ass off.
I bet he would have died laughing.
He would have died laughing. He would have had that deep vein thrombosis again.
If he'd die, if that joke killed Big Pun, come on.
That's the Big Pun.
That was it.
It's the Big Pun.
Also, great improv group.
The Big Pun.
Big Pun.
Or
they wouldn't get it. The improv scene wouldn't get it.
No, they wouldn't. I think there's like certain things with the improv scene where you kind of, I understand that it can all be original. But like, sometimes I've watched one improv troupe kind of do the same thing as another improv troupe because they're just like, they were seeing that was kind of getting laughs.
Of course.
So they were like, oh, I can just go out there and talk about.
There's only so many ways to play charades.
I know. And it's a very, I don't really understand the appeal.
No.
I've never understood the appeal of improv.
Appeal is for the players. Improv is not for an audience. Improv is for the people doing it.
Yeah, all right.
It's an outlet for them to like be silly and have fun with people they like.
But you could do that any time.
It's like
At your apartment.
It's at my apartment. It's going to happen in my apartment. It's kind of like state sanctioned fun in a way.
Sure.
And I think that it's an easy way to just kind of be silly, let out a little steam.
Are there any really offensive?
But I don't think it's for the audience at all. I don't think it's for the audience.
Are there any like crazy offensive ones?
You just explained it like a dad. You be silly.
Just gotta let these guys let off a little steam.
You know what? They're gonna sleep well. They're gonna sleep well tonight.
Everyone's gonna right to bed after this.
Okay, guys, 9:00.
9:00. Get it up. Improv also exclusively happens between 7 and 9 p.m.
Yeah, dude.
It's so annoying.
Man.
It's one time and it's 2 hours every time.
That is crazy.
It's nuts.
2 hours.
The practices are 2 hours. I've seen the longest improv show I saw was maybe 2.5 hours, and it was like 5 improv teams, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah,
it was an absolute night. A half hour for every improv team. Too much. Too much time.
All right, I have I think a loose understanding of what improv is. How do you practice? Because isn't it fan suggestion?
It is fancy.
So you can't like, do they pre-plan?
No, it's kind of, well, no, they just kind of like, they'll just riff. They'll do scenes, You know, as just like it's just kind of like to keep them sharp.
My understanding of it is, Danny, have you ever seen the incredible film 8 Mile?
Of course.
Okay, remember when young B Rabbit is on the bus and he's just scribbling down little snippets of raps that like don't go anywhere. But then when he's freestyling, he's taking it. Mm-hmm. And it's because he's using those little snippets. He's just like, this rhymes with this, and I can mix it in with this. It's like, you know, it's like...
So they are setting something
sort of, I think that, to my understanding, I think that's how improv works.
Okay.
When they do practice, they're like, it would be funny. I'll remember that one thing I did when I was standing on a cliff with George Washington.
Maybe. I've never been in there. I guess it's like, I got to come back on. I got to give you the scoop.
Yeah,
I'll be there
man,
today.
I need to know.
I'll be there today. I've never seen an improv practice. My girlfriend does not like me seeing
Man, they're like the Freemasons.
Yeah, it's like if they're off hours, they say, hey, come check it out, you know? But it's like when they're cooking.
No.
Absolutely
Stay
not.
out of the
You don't
kitchen.
see how the
Absolutely
sausage
not.
is made.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
I think that's, you know what? That's a very secretive, elitist thing that I don't want any parts of.
I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of that at all.
Are you going to throw suggestions out?
Maybe. Oh, man. If they're like, what should we do? I'd be like, oh, you're in my apartment too late. And go.
Play a guy who's really tired and frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be crazy if you like, like, Dave, your dad just died, and he's like, oh, it's like, okay. He's like, no, honestly, your dad.
Died.
We just got.
I got the call.
Can you guys do a funny bit about how Puerto Rico was a trash nation? I just saw a comedian do that. It was really funny.
It was, but it's like, and look, I think a lot of people, they're going off on Hinchcliffe being, an overt racist. Do I think Hinchcliffe's an overt racist? No, not really. I also I don't understand mixing politics with comedy. I don't get it. If there's anything I disagree with, is that.
Yeah.
If there's anything I disagree with, is that. It's like we're supposed to take politicians down a peg.
Yeah.
The point of it is to just cut the knees off of everybody.
They have the correspondence dinner every year. That always goes poorly.
Yeah.
Everyone's always like, I fucking hate this comedian.
Exactly.
They weren't good. And it's like, what do you...
It's just, I don't really get it. I don't really get it in that aspect.
I think because the Republicans are now they're the party of comedy because they're the ones who aren't trying to censor jokes.
Okay.
So they're like, we got to have funny guys on the big MSG Trump rally. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, they could have just, honestly, there's nothing funnier. If you know what did better than Hinchcliffe's, and I'm not saying the jokes are bad, but his performance and his reception, you know what did better than that? Trump 2 weeks ago talking about the size of Arnold Palmer's penis in a shower.
Yeah.
He did that?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
Come on,
it's unbelievable.
I've been off of it.
Great.
It's so good.
He shows up and he starts talking because he's at a golf course, a very famous golf course, doing a rally, and there's all these people there, and he's talking about how he had interacted with Arnold Palmer once or twice in his life. And he goes, Arnold Palmer, great guy, good guy, he was such a man, a real man. There's stories about him in the shower being a real man. Men would walk out being like, did you see that guy? And then it's like, that is the craziest. He crushed.
He's the man.
He needs to do it, I think. He can't have, because they love him so much.
Oh, I know.
So he's electric no matter what he says.
And it is wild that Trump is dipping his toe in stand up. It's the thing where it's like, when someone who's retarded is funny.
Yeah, and you go, okay,
you're like, oh man,
okay, buddy,
you're killing it, dude. It's like, but it's like they don't even know what is good, and it's not that he's a natural. It's just that he's just saying whatever he wants
oblivious.
to say.
He's 100% oblivious. He has no idea.
They're like, hey, Trump, when you go out there, dude, okay, I know how you want to talk about Arnold Palmer. Just don't bring up his penis.
Don't talk about his penis.
And he's like,
I don't know.
It's like, yeah, no problem. And then it went in one ear and out the other for Donald Trump.
Have you heard about Palmer's penis?
He's like, it's PP, it works. It's perfect.
Alliteration, it kills.
Come on. I had to say it. And that's the thing, too. He at the end, he goes, I had to say it. It's like I had to do it.
He has Tourette's. He can't help it.
They told me in the back not to say anything about his dick, but I had to.
It's a hammer.
It was burned into my brain thinking about Arnold Palmer's penis in a shower.
I mean, you would think about that. I think if someone's like, don't talk about his penis, but you heard his penis is big and you're at the golf course, you're kind of like, what else am I going to say? What else am I going to say? He has a huge dick. Arnold Palmer has a huge dick. Do you guys know about that?
It's the size of the can it comes in.
16 ounces. There's a reason for it. There's a reason they call it the golden bear.
He always had the biggest can.
Yeah, it's
always had the biggest penis.
Look, can I say that Arnold Palmer's penis is actually big? I don't know.
I can't say, but he said it.
The only thing we can do is exhume the grave.
Let's pull it out.
Let's find out if this is another one of Trump's lies.
He's all bones except for his penis.
we got phone calls.
Well, Danny was telling me that when Trump was on Joe Rogan, he kept talking about how handsome pilots are.
No way. What?
Yeah, for too long.
Wait, what do you like airline pilots?
He was talking about the Air Force One pilots, and he was like, you should have seen these guys. They're so handsome. They're fit. They're the most fit guys on the planet.
Sick, dude.
They could have been casted in a movie. They were so handsome.
I think it would have been crazy. Like, you know, the Mile High Club? I'm part of it now. Just like, wait a minute. Did Trump fuck one of the pilots?
Co-pilot.
Holy shit.
Johnny, take the reins.
I put a new meaning to deadhead.
That would be so great, dude. If Trump came out as gay or pan, lights out.
Lights out. He should just be like, I'm pan.
If he said he was pan, it would crush people's minds.
Oh my God, they would know what to do.
They wouldn't know.
They'd have to vote for him.
If he said, he was like, you know, you've been kink shaming me about that Russia stuff where I had women peeing on bed. I'll let you know it was pilots from Air Force One.
It was Air Force One
It was
pilots.
actually men peeing on a mattress in front of me.
It was beautiful, fair-haired pilots.
Huge dicks. And there was one woman who had to sop it all up. I'm sorry, but you kink shamed me. But
she had to stop it.
I'm pan.
I'm pan. That being said, I'm pan.
Pan president, dude. Hey, everybody, when you're betting on the big game and you don't want to just be randomly guessing, take control with MyBookie. With no fluff and no second guessing yourself. Honestly, if you want to make a terrible decision and bet on the Flyers, you can do it. Always take the under on the Flyers. Fedotov sucks, and the last thing you want to do is be clutching your goddamned wallet thinking you're not going to have anything the next day. Bet on the other team. When you're ready to get started, just click on the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Use the code THEEND. That'll double your bankroll with 100% deposit bonus immediately. If you've been betting with MyBookie already, check out their new loyalty rewards program, MyBookie Plus, and you can earn some extra cash. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with their powerhouse offensive lines and dominating run of the game this year and betting game total unders has been printing money. Stack that with MyBookie's risk-free Thursdays and you've got endless ways to bet and win all season long. Why wait? Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere with MyBookie, the sports book that gives you control and rewards you every single moment of play. And now back to the end. All right, let's go to the calls.
Hey, I was just wondering if you were taking messages for Molasses Montana
Dillon?
and maybe give out some of her dates where she's dancing and shit. All right, later.
Oh, man. Molasses Montana.
Molasses Montana?
Molasses Montana was the nickname I gave to Drew. And I guess someone thought...
Because he's sweet like molasses?
Because he's sweet and slow.
Ooh,
sweet and slow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Molasses Montana.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, I guess, took it upon themselves to think that Molasses Montana was a good enough stripper name, which it is.
Yes.
Very good. Molasses. Then again, I don't know if I want to go see Molasses.
No. Molasses Montana is doing a weekend at like Show and Tell.
Yeah, that's not good.
A weekend?
Yeah.
No, she's doing Tuesday to Thursday.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
she's in there. She's in there. She's midweek. She's mid-card.
obese.
You think?
Yeah.
She's sweet and slow. Like if you see her at first, you're kind of like, that's nothing. But then it comes, it's taking you over.
I think it's you get a lap dance from Molasses, Montana, and then everything's sticky.
Yeah, your pants are ruined.
Everything's fucked up.
This is the color of Molasses, Montana's skin. It's like an almost purplish black. Yeah, it's an almost purplish
she's
black.
very, very dark. Yes.
Oh my, she's like an Indian. She's like an Indian woman.
Ooh. No, it's a bodacious
Desi?
It's an African American queen. Don't get me started on Desis.
Dylan loves Desi porn.
Yo, who doesn't?
I got
For real, dude.
Who doesn't?
Yo, come on now.
I got into it.
Dude, I'm a Desi dude.
Damn.
I got
That's the biggest pop you ever got about Desi porn.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, nobody else wants to talk about
I'll
that.
log on. I'm like, yo, I'm getting Desi up here. I'm a fucking leave.
We did the Trace cast yesterday, and you know those guys? Yeah, we did it, and I just out of the blue didn't know what to say, and I just brought up my Desi porn.
That's also crazy to just bring up out of
It was awesome. There was a lull, and then Dylan just goes, "I assume we're all porn guys here, right?"
the very safe assumption.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then now they weren't feeling.
Well, the I forget the one guy's name, but he did say that he does like Desi porn. That he's dipped his toe in the
First off,
in the Ruby Waters.
If you like attractive women, Desi porn, they're
beautiful women.
They have it.
It's the guys that ruins it for me.
Yes, of course. Well,
They're the worst.
The Desi dudes.
The Desi dudes are not the great.
But Brazzers and all like the mainstream companies have been having Desi ladies.
There's a huge renaissance of Des stuff coming.
And
do you think it's because
Can you
RRR
guys
came
break
out?
this down? What is
Desi porn?
it's Indian ladies.
It's Indian ladies, usually in traditional
Danny says.
usually in traditional saris or Indian garb.
They're Bollywood ladies.
They're basically Bollywood ladies.
Bollywood babes.
And getting just straight up dick down.
They're getting dick down. They're getting plowed out.
and they're showing full butthole, big bushes, most of them.
Yeah.
I would say it's 90% bush. Also a great improv name. 90% bush.
90% bush.
But yeah, it's beautiful ladies. But that's what I don't understand about like when people are like, I'm not into that. I'm like, if you're into
No, they're
hot,
just like,
here's
there's
the
hot
thing.
brown ladies.
Yeah, I'm fine with the lady, but it has to be a white dick every time.
you know what?
And that's the qualm.
Okay.
That's the qualm.
Okay.
That's what's
okay.
happening.
Okay. I see you guys. I see where you're at because I remember I had a very long-winded conversation with the late great Chris Cotton about watching interracial porn.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, I like watching, white bitches get railed. I'm like, yeah, but do you watch black women get fucked by white dudes? He's no. I was like, why? He's like, you know why? Because it ain't my dick.
100%.
And I'm like, right? That's it.
That's on the money.
It's totally why. You're watching.
I can break my dick off to watching black guys fuck white chicks.
Look, I'm
can't
saying
get into it.
I'm saying
Really?
I can't get into
look,
it.
every now and again, I can watch a lady literally die. Every now and again,
That's a sweet treat.
I can watch, Piper Perry explode on impact.
Yeah.
It is wild. But for the most part, if you're watching porn, your brain's like, what would my wiener look like? You know, with a lot of makeup and foundation. So a very, very camera ready wiener.
I'll throw this out. I only watch really any black porn because it's on black.com. And I think a lot of it has to do with it's just so nice to look. They really do a good job with the cinema of it.
Really?
It's really nice looking porn.
Looks like a drill video.
No, that's blacked raw. I don't go near that stuff. No, but mainstream
The
black.com.
production is very good.
Yeah, it's on
The
okay.
production is very good.
I don't like high production porn.
So
I agree
and
with that. I'm on Team Danny with
So
this.
look,
Wow, from a
Danny,
producer. That's
Danny,
crazy.
I appreciate where you're going.
But being a producer, I do very much enjoy POV.
See, you know what?
Think about the mechanics of this.
POV is something that everyone dabbles in POV.
Of course.
Because it was brand new at one point.
I almost exclusively POV.
Wow,
That's
really
crazy. That's
Do
very
you wait
interesting.
now? Let's back this up. I think I would be more exclusively POV if I had all the bells and whistles to go along with it. If I had those like Oculus things,
Yeah.
I think I'd be POV all day. But I you know what I need to see? I need to see a gal just straight up riding a dick with her butthole. Like if you're watching POV, you don't get to see the bounce.
No.
Where's the bounce?
There's no bounce.
There's no bounce. There's pushback.
Yeah.
There's pushback, but there's no
There's no
Yeah,
bounce.
but I would have never see that anyway.
Danny, that's why you
want to watch it, because that's an angle you don't
watch
see.
the angle. That's
you never
like saying,
see that angle.
Danny, that's like saying you would watch Star Wars just through the eyes of Luke. Come on.
That
Get out of here.
You just came up with $1 million idea. That's a great idea.
What?
Imagine if you could be
You're
in
Luke Skywalker?
That's just a
That's just a first-person video game.
Yeah, but I don't have to move.
I mean, they did that. They made a movie, Hardcore Henry.
Yeah.
And I will say this, Hardcore Henry and what the fuck was the other one? Which was amazing. Did you see Kung Fury?
Yes, I have.
Kung Fury.
We watched it in high school a lot.
An amazing movie. The thing that blows me away about both of those movies is both of those movies were written and produced with just strictly Kickstarter money.
Really?
Yeah.
And it is amazing when you watch Kung Fury. Awesome movie, It's very funny, and it's when you watch Kung Fury, like you're like, yo, this is exactly what $2 million pushed to the edge can get you, and it is very well fucking done.
Yeah, it looks
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
And Hardcore Henry is a full-blown first-person movie, and it is. I don't know if it has any real rewatch value. You know, you're like, okay, this is kind of cool for what it is.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I don't think they did it. If you ever saw the 2008 or 9 flop Doom with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Carl Urban and
haven't.
Rosamund Pike,
Was star-studded.
dude, the amount of star power
star-studded.
in Doom is crazy. And it's one of the shittiest movies ever made. And it wasn't until the third act, for about 10 minutes, they go first person like the video game.
Really?
Everything else is just like a regular
That's so annoying.
fucking movie.
That's so annoying.
And I thought it was going to be a full the previews they showed, they show The Rock because they got it.
Of course.
They show some monsters because they got it. They explain what the fuck is going on Mars and blah 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 blah. But then they then they show the first person. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a whole movie of just a dude walking around with a gun and a
In the neck,
chainsaw.
yeah.
Nope, it's just the last 10 minutes.
That's so annoying.
But within that 10 minutes, I was like, I don't think I could have watched the whole fucking movie like this.
Really?
This would have been fucking lame. If it was just one person walking around kind of interacting, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Especially if you have no control over it. That's why first-person video games work, because you can go wherever you want. You dictate. If you're just watching through the eyes of someone,
Kind of sucks.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, oh, what else is going on? Yeah.
and that's why POV porn, Danny, doesn't work for me.
I agree.
That's why. I need.
I don't think I could exclusively be on
I need
POV.
to. I need to.
You know what also throws me out of it? Dudes with bald heads
In porn in general.
in porn. Yeah.
Now, why do you think that is?
I don't know, because I don't want to envision myself bald.
Oh, yeah. Now, when you say, what would you rather watch? Would you rather watch a guy with a shaved head, or a balding man?
Shaved head.
Shaved head.
Yeah.
Shaved head.
Yeah.
Because that's sadder. Balding is sadder.
Balding
Yeah.
is sadder, but balding's more realistic.
It
If
is.
anything, it gives you hope. That's the other thing you watch porn for. When you watch an older dude just fucking the hell out of this sweet, fucking beautiful, fucking young chick, and you're like, hell yeah, this 23-year-old is getting railed by this 78-year-old.
She's ruining her life right now.
Yeah, look at
that,
it, dude.
Look at that.
Look at that. The age disproportion is crazy. It gives you hope, because you're like, maybe I could be that cool.
Maybe I could be that guy.
Maybe when I'm 79 years old and my life is completely ruined, I'll just break into old dude porn.
That's kind of genius in a way,
Dude.
Why aren't old guys getting into porn?
I think it's
They are.
they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
There's
the
a
market
market
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's networks
Check
dedicated to
out Blue Pill Men.
old versus young.
Oh,
Yeah.
old versus young.
Old versus young.
Which is also a crazy old versus young.
Great improv
Yeah,
name.
It's very. But I do think the reason people watch any type of porn is so you're living vicarious,
Yeah.
But I don't think with the POV I'm just like, what am I doing here?
I would love
because
to
you're
see-
living vicariously.
No, but I'm not in control.
If you're watching two people from
here's the thing. Here's the
a
thing.
different angle, then that's just you envisioning watching.
No.
people outside.
I think I'm living vicariously because I'm like I'm watching when I'm watching POV. I'm like, why couldn't I just be doing this myself?
Yeah.
I can do this myself.
Yeah.
I can view this.
Well, we all know
myself.
why we're doing it ourselves. If pussy was an option, we'd all pick pussy.
Sure,
You know.
but that's what. But I have the option. I have it.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
Fuck Dillon.
Yeah.
Whenever.
I have it with his molasses skin color jersey.
The Detroit Vipers. It's an IHL team.
Are they good?
They don't exist anymore.
Oh,
It's an old league.
well.
But I am a POV guy every once in a while. Every once in a while, I do get in.
Look, I'm not saying I never go POV. I'm saying
you sound very staunch against
what I'm
it.
saying is
That's just not. That's not an everyday
it's
thing.
not an
It's
everyday
crazy
thing.
that Danny's only that.
It is crazy when he's strictly only that.
Exclusive POV is crazy.
You ever get into JOIs?
Oh, so jerk off instructions was crazy for a little bit.
Also, always on mute.
You don't listen to the
That's
instructions.
crazy. Then you're just watching a lady talk.
No, I'm saying
I just want to imagine I'm deaf.
porn in general, always on mute.
You never listen,
Nope.
Whoa.
Danny. Whoa. Wait a minute.
I'd
Girls'
say-
voices annoy the fuck
Is that when you get your?
Like, shut up,
That's when
bitch.
Danny gets his audio.
Stop
books
telling
in.
me what to do.
Dude, I cannot stand
Is that the kink in the bedroom? Hey, babe, mute.
That's unbelievable.
That's my thing. My fantasy is just shush.
She walks in,
I'll,
she goes,
I'll
hey,
throw
Danny.
a
You go,
few shut the fuck ups in the bedroom.
Shut up.
shut up. I'm getting soft and it's because of you.
Shut up. La 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 la. Ah, la 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 la.
You're like Leonardo DiCaprio. You're fucking with the headphones
Whoa,
on.
dude.
That's great. Are you listening to anything?
Listening to
Yeah,
fucking...
do you
Those are the sounds of the neighborhood usually.
Oh Jesus! So,
Oh, my God.
Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Christ.
Dogs barking.
It's constant sirens in the background.
Yep.
Cars peeling off.
Yeah, you can't come without sirens. Amazing. I need to. That's part of the you go into the world, dude.
You gotta get it.
POV with no noises. Nuts.
That is crazy.
POV, jerk off instruction, no noises. Nuts.
Sure,
You're
yeah,
not,
that's
that's
even-
insane.
yeah.
That's
Well,
missing the
no,
whole point.
I don't do JOI.
Okay.
No.
Oh my god.
I don't care for a JOI myself, but I would listen. I've heard it with the volume. I'm just kind of, it's not for me.
It's nice. I think I really put myself in. I really fall into it.
I'm kind of like, don't tell me what to do.
It's weird because I like it leading.
you love
up.
to be told what to do.
So I'm watching.
sexually.
I'm on this thing called Down Blails Jerks, and it's chicks whose tits are falling out of their shirts, and
Of
then
course.
Awesome.
but it's only when they notice that you're hard that they give you the instructions. I don't really stick around for the instructions.
Okay.
I like the idea that like
Oh
A
yeah.
lady like
her
cleaning,
tits-
cleaning the kitchen and her tits are out.
her tits are out. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's my bag.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But the volume has to be on.
you know, the only reason I really got into the JOI stuff is because there was a couple chicks that's all they did.
Yes.
You know, like they were super hot,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, let's see what. And sometimes you're
Wait,
like,
is it instructions over porn? Or is
No.
it,
No,
it's
no, no.
A lady just
No.
talking to you.
she's like, hey, I've seen you
it sounds
looking.
like a nightmare.
It's
For you, yeah.
This is what you would get me
I like
to
the sound.
confess. you
I
know?
like the sound
Yeah.
of
You
a
just
lady's
blast
voice.
this at me.
sometimes they're sometimes they're kinky about it. Like, you know, it's like, you know, your neighbor. They're like, I've seen you looking at me. I want you to stroke that dick, and you're like, whoa, that's pretty sick.
I will say this, and I don't think you agree with me, Danny, but they are only exclusively for me British or Irish.
Oh, see, that's where I.
An accent really gets
Yeah,
worse.
Yeah,
Oh, now you willing, isn't it?
I'm an accent guy. Sometimes
Take that Sally worker from me.
Yeah. The only one I'll accept is like a Southern Belle.
You want to shove it in my bone,
we've
yeah?
had this argument before, Danny. I'm
You're
not doing
giving
it
me the
again.
vapors, mister.
I am a debutante.
A
My
nice Georgia
Lord.
peach.
Ugh, I don't know.
I can't do it. The
Yeah, I
accent.
don't-
I was just in Texas, and I did not like their accent.
Man, there's a couple that like that's the thing. Accents have never really done it for me.
I don't care about an accent.
And
I like an Australian accent.
Really?
A lady with an Australian accent, I really can get into.
Yes,
I really enjoy
for
it.
sure. Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
God.
All right, no.
I think I was one time when I was 13, I was in Chicago on the train, and there was an Australian girl on the train talking, and it was the first time in my life where I was ever like, I heard her voice and I was like, that's hot as hell.
Wow.
It really opened up my eyes to the world.
I wish I mean, I guess I don't get it because like it's never really done anything. Don't get me wrong. If a girl's hot and she's got an accent, that's cool.
That's cool.
But if it's never like, and she had that fucking
I'm never searching it out.
accent. Yeah, I don't think
I'm not searching it out at all. No, I don't care about a lady's accent.
I like my girlfriend's accent because it's just my voice.
Yeah, that's
We have the same.
It's girl Dillon. Yeah.
take it out and we'll be baited for me, man.
That's basically what it is.
yeah. I saw you looking at my tits down my shirt.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're looking at me down blouse.
Yeah, will you stop fucking looking at me while I'm cleaning?
I'm cleaning the
cleaning.
floor, you freak.
Stop looking down my blouse.
Yeah, you're a little creep. Whatever. Come over here.
I'm not
Okay,
even,
faggot.
I'm not even wearing a blouse. I'm wearing
Take that pecker out from me. Yo, turn down a game. Pull that pecker.
Pull that pecker out, Dill.
Pull that fucking bird out
Yo,
for me.
Dill.
dude.
guys.
Yeah,
You're gonna make me come.
Yo, Dill, are you creaming a little bit out of that bird?
Yo, Dill, you're
Yo,
creaming
dude.
your jeans right
Yo,
now.
dude, you fucking take all them pants.
Yo, get that off the duvet.
Yo, come on. Did you kick your fucking feet up on a coffee table?
Take your
Come
dink
on.
out of your dungarees.
I just clean the countertop. Don't get your cums everywhere, dude.
I'm getting your combs out.
Dude, you just busted your pants? Yo, you're a bad boy.
What are you, Mo? You just busting your own
Stop
pants?
pre-jacking,
Yo,
Dill.
man. Do you know how much it costs to take them to the fucking laundromat?
You're doing your own wash.
Yo,
I'm not
folding them. Stop looking at my tits. Do we have another phone call? I think, yeah, we do. But no.
Hey, Shaner, it's Chad.
Word.
I'm just watching a video about Star Wars iceberg characters, where it's, at the top it's people that you know, and at the bottom it's fucking people you've never heard of. And towards tier 3 out of 5 is trans clone named Sister, who just, happened in 2022. Anyways, I just wanted to update you on some Star Wars knowledge.
Nice.
That there's trans sister clone Jango Fett dreads. That's it.
Thanks for putting us on, Chad.
Yes. Thank you, Chad.
Danny, rule 34 sister, please.
Now, from what I'm trying, look, I'm not too in the know on new Star Wars crap. I wasn't too much in the know on old Star Wars crap.
Agree.
But I think when he says transistor, it's like, is he talking about like a bot, like transistor?
Whoa.
Is he talking like a clone, like a robot-y clone?
Transistor.
Transistor.
At first, I thought it was a fun play on words.
That's what I thought.
But
That's what
then
I
he
think.
said Django. Fett?
Django Fett.
She's a Jenga. Yeah, she's a clone of Jango Fett.
So she's a clone of Jango Fett,
She's really hurting the name.
and then she is now
A lady.
a he. So Django,
Or he, M to F?
we're M to F,
MDF.
M to F, full transition,
Clone.
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 So wait a minute, whoa, hold on. Is this a Jango Fett who identifies as a female Jango Fett? Or is this a Jango Fett who was purposely cloned, then manipulated within the clone to be a female?
I think it's probably a Jango Fett who became a chick.
So this Jango Fett of a clone decided to break away from all the other clones and be like, you know what?
I'm getting top surgery.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
And everybody's just like, you're just trying to be different.
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
You're a clone and you want to be different.
No one sees your dick anyway.
Just
Doesn't
be
matter.
gay. Just be fucking gay.
Just be pan like
yeah,
Wayne
can't
Brady.
you be pan?
Just be pan like Wayne Brady.
Just be pan. There's probably, they never really go into the sexuality of a lot of Star Wars characters.
I wish they
though.
did. Yeah, only like the human ones.
No, they go, well, I mean, I think Jabba the Hutt was pretty,
True.
was pretty straight.
That's a
Jabba the Hutt was
straight-
straight as hell.
I think Jabba the Hutt was trying to bust a Jabba the Nut all over Leia.
I'd love a trans Jabba the Hutt.
First off, do we even know?
How would you know?
How would you know? How would you know? They don't even.
Lipstick. You know, like I don't know.
And a bow.
Yeah, a bow and lipstick. And trans. Jabina the Hutt.
Jabba beep beep beaky walkie. I don't think. They don't even show Jabba's naked.
Jabba's naked.
Jabba's naked the whole time.
Jabba could have a Jabba could be a bull dyke. Jabba could have a pussy under there.
Oh my god, Jabba looks like.
What if
every
we
bulldog
found
I've
out
ever
that
seen.
Jabba the Hutt was a
Stud.
She's a stud.
a fucking full-fledged lesbian worm?
I would love that. I would love that. I think I'd get me into Star Wars.
I think it would be crazy if just George Lucas was like, yeah, I never said anything about
He could
it.
just do it. He could just say
I
that.
never said anything
He could just
about
say
it.
that. Just like how J.K. Rowling is like,
Don't even get me
gay.
started. Dumbledore's gay.
He's gay.
Fuck that.
Dumbledore was
She's
gay?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh.
I
Not
know,
my,
doesn't
not my
that suck?
Dumbledore. Not my
Oh.
headmaster.
Come on. No, he
the
was the
headmaster.
headmaster, dude.
I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy for the third time right now.
No,
Well, not right
dude.
now.
Wait, what?
I'm doing it. I'm simulcasting.
What does that mean exactly in this regard?
Yeah.
I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy currently.
Okay, and
have
you're
it going on.
simulcasting.
I have it going on my phone. as I'm
Oh, it's
doing this.
playing.
Oh, it's
you're playing it right
What?
now.
It's paused at my house currently.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to go home after this,
What?
and I'm going
Wait
to
a
be
minute, wait a
a fifth year in Hogwarts. That's what I'm doing today.
Wait. How long,
It's like graduate,
how
dude.
long do they go to the school for?
It's British school. Who knows? They do it like British school. I don't know.
Oh,
I
so
think
it's like fifth grade.
you can be like
You're a little boy.
no.
Or are you
fifth year?
Hermione?
Fifth year would be
Hermione. Come on.
no. Please.
Come on.
Fifth no, because he's old. He's too old to be in that. Or yeah.
Yeah, he should have aged out of Hogwarts.
Yeah. They should have been like, it's kind of weird that you're still here.
Well, he's a Muggle who they found out was a wizard too late. So now he's coming into the school late.
Oh, he's got to go there and break all the rules.
He's got to
Yes.
catch up.
Oh, man, I bet people don't like him because of his mudblood skin.
People hate that
They
he's a Muggle.
hate it,
course.
dude.
They don't like it. It also takes place in the 1800s. They weren't too big of fans of mudbloods.
Oh, man.
You're trying to.
Does he have to have like an uprising with other mudbloods?
There is an uprising. You're trying to stop the trolls who, in that scenario, are slaves or goblins. You're trying to stop the goblins.
Yeah, Dobbies. The Dobbies, dude.
Yes, you're
Yes,
You're
yeah.
trying to stop them from revolting and not being slaves. You want to keep them as slaves.
You want to keep them being
the
slaves.
entire Hogwarts is run by slave goblins, and your goal is to defeat the.
So wait a
defeat
minute.
the goblins.
Here's what I've never understood. Keep this in mind. You need slave goblins.
Yeah.
Correct? For a bunch of magicians who have spells that could just do shit.
They can do everything.
Yeah, but then
You
it's like,
see how that doesn't really, it blows my mind?
well, somebody has to like make a mop move, you know?
Sure.
Like, and the goblins do that. They also have magic. They can make mops move, but like somebody's magic has to be put towards doing that, while the magicians are doing cool stuff.
I look, I see that. But to say that when magicians go home from a day of doing cool stuff,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh man, my house is dirty. Hey, mop that floor," and
Well-
it just does. You don't have. You're still not doing anything. You're just making a spell. These
Yeah,
people
yeah,
just love slavery.
They're like Wally people. They just don't want to do
Yeah,
anything.
they're just-
lazy.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. They're Wally people.
That's just.
And instead of robots, they're using goblin slaves.
I mean, guys in the South in the early, you know what I mean? They were also doing the same thing.
And that wasn't good either.
That,
No, of course it's not good.
Are you defending slavery?
You love
No, I'm
slavery.
against. I wish the
know.
goblins were free.
I
I hate it.
Yeah,
No,
right, dude. You're trying to foil Hogwarts' plans to quell the uprising.
How dare you?
You want- you
dude.
want the- you
yeah.
want the
you're
uprising-
working against it.
I know it's a real battle.
Why
Because
would you do that,
Because I want to
dude?
fly around on a broom, dude. It's really fun. It's the most fun game.
So
I've
wait a
played
minute.
in
You're
forever.
you're gonna take back the freedom of thousands of goblins.
Yes.
Just so you can fly on a broom,
Dude.
and a hippogriff. Yeah.
dude. That you're being a hypocrite right now. You're fucking fucked up. You're talking about how good it is, slavery is should be bad, and you're just going.
You
on.
have probably some Harry Potter fans, and they're going to be real happy. I'm throwing.
I'm telling you right
hippogriffs
now.
out
No, they
there.
probably hate. They
Yeah,
probably
dude.
hate your take.
Yeah, dude.
No,
But you don't just be a ninny boy riding around on your fucking broomstick.
most wizards.
You just want to play fucking Quidditch with your
Yeah.
boyfriends.
Yeah, I do change my outfits
dude.
too.
Of course you do.
You just want to sit in your fucking dorm room and eat chocolate frogs all day. You fucking suck, dude. You fucking suck.
You suck.
You're
dude.
the type of person who would take gillyweed and not even talk about it, dude. You just swim under the goddamn lake and not even do anything. dude.
Scaring guys, pinching
Yeah,
chicks'
dude.
butts.
I
That
know
would
what
be
you're
me.
doing.
If I was in Hogwarts, yeah.
Dude, you know what?
Nice butts, dude. You're gay.
Yeah, dude.
Knock it off, dude.
You're a gay slave lover.
You shouldn't say stuff like that.
You're a gay slave lover.
You gay slave lover.
You want slave so bad.
I can only assume, really enjoy the Harry Potter series, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What is your favorite book?
So I'm only on like the third book, but I love the movies.
This guy didn't even read the book.
You didn't
I don't read. No, I don't read.
Look, I don't read either.
But I like the movies.
Look, if I was so in love with a fucking thing, like so in love. Let's put it this way. I don't read.
Yeah.
But you better fucking believe it. If they made a RoboCop book that wasn't not more than 58 pictures, I'm definitely going to read that book.
I don't think so. There's a lot of movies that I like that are adapted from books, and I'm like, I'm not reading the book.
Yeah, I mean,
but you have the video games. Yeah. You brought up that you paused your game to be here. Your Star Wars game. I mean, I love Star Wars so much.
I get what he's saying because I can agree with that.
Game.
But I'm just saying there are so many.
Dude.
There's so many books.
There's
it's not. Yeah, there's so many. That's so many books, dude.
It's like that's for the birds. Man.
Yeah.
Who reads?
I get it. Not me.
And by the way, it's like I am on the third one. I'm listening to it. I'm not even fucking reading it.
Wow, you're just listening. Wait, now is it British people reading
It's
it?
this British guy. Yeah, I don't like his voice though.
Does he do different?
Not a lady telling you to jerk off.
If it was a British lady, I'd fly through the whole fucking series. If it was J.K. Rowling, I have a crush on her.
You have a crush on J.K. Rowling?
She's like 90 years old.
Yeah, dude.
Old bitch.
She's a pretty good looking for an older lady, you know?
Man.
And she's so successful.
She is so successful.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
That gets you where you
Dylan wants a lady to take care of him so bad.
I want it so
crazy
bad.
how bad you want to sugar.
I found
He
out,
really does.
dude, I found out what my girlfriend's like job can make her if she like is in it for like another year. If she was to leave, she works for the government. So if she was to leave the government to go private, and she's starting at 106, dude. And I just want to be pampered.
I look, I can appreciate
There's not a guy in this room that wouldn't just love it if your lady made $106,000 and you could just hang out and chat with your boys all day.
My girlfriend was making very good money for a while, and for a little bit, there were things that like I just didn't have to think about, and I was okay with it. But then I started being like, I should probably do something to bring. No, see, that's the difference between you and I. I was like, I need to bring something to the table, not have the table set. That you do love slavery.
You love
slavery.
Uh-oh, you guys got me. I do stuff. We have a Patreon. There you go. That's doing shit.
The Patreon that we haven't taken anything out of yet because we don't have a lot of money.
Babe, I'm doing stuff, and I'm telling you right now, when that $76 comes in.
You wish it was $76 coming in, dude. You wish it was $76 coming in. You wish. When that $52 comes in, you're going to be sorry, dude.
This has been the End Podcast. Dylan and Noah, thank you so much.
Thanks for
joining me. We're going to switch it over to the Patreon. Make sure you call the hotline, 833-443-5300. We will address any comment, question, concern, or possible stripper name or, new trans Star Wars character you have. We're going to switch it over to Patreon later.
Bye.